Hey, what's going on everyone? Welcome to another video. Today I am on the west coast of Florida and we are doing a little bit of fishing for anything that wants to eat. Fishing lures exclusively. I'm trying to catch a little bit of anything, primarily on this bad boy right here. This is called the Fred, F-R-E-D. And I think we're gonna catch a bunch of fish on it. Let's try it out.
I think it's a lady. Whoa, poor man's tarpon. That's a little too tight for trout and ladyfish.
Hit it right on the drop?
He was actually on the bottom. I was working it kind of slow. First fish of the day. We have this spectacular creature called a ladyfish. Whoa, and he's gonna soak me in common fashion with wade fishing. All right, dude. I'm gonna just rehooked him. Bam. So he just choked that pink paddle tail, that pink salt strong paddle tail called the Fred. Beautiful, beautiful fish. These are super fun. They're just kind of hard to keep hooked sometime, and they're annoying when you're fishing light leader because they just kind of fray through your leader a lot of the time. But you know, when you're not catching much, they're super fun. And for me, it was a good start to the day. So I'll retie real quick because if you look, we're fishing 20-pound leader today. They kind of fray through it. And let's get some trout, let's get some redfish, let's get some snook, get into them.
Lure combo of choice today is going to be this Slam Shady here. I'm going to be dropping a little bit of this Dr. Juice on it. Never been like a huge fan of scent, but it got sent to me by the Salt Strong team, so I decided I was going to give it a shot. Kind of like a menhaden oil base, and maybe for some more of these finicky fish, it may entice a bite. Maybe for some sea trout, some redfish, or really who knows what we might catch on it. And today I'm going to be fishing with a couple guys that fish this area a lot more locally. A gentleman by the name of Wader Dave, and he's actually a wading guide here in Tampa Bay area, and then a buddy of mine, Cameron, that works with the Salt Strong team. We're going to be fishing together and doing just a little bit of anything. Oh my gosh, hooked up right there. Oh my god, got a snook. Oh my gosh, guys. Look at this. Woo. He just popped the Fred right here. Was not expecting that at all. Choked it all the way down. Oh my gosh. Look at that guy. Super cute little snook. Pretty cool on the Fred, which you guys can get a free pack of these. I have a link down in the description. All you gotta do is pay shipping. Super, super cool. Let's let this little snook go.
That's a fish. That feels like a flounder or something weird. Doubled. Well, the pinfish are pretty thick.
See, that's that smaller power prawn. I'm telling you, I really like it. That's a nice trout.
Okay.
Pretty.
Cam with a nice little trout.
Yes, sir.
Pull his top up to this a little bit. There we go. Nice. First trout of the day. We're gonna catch like 100 more, right?
Yes, sir. That's a plan.
That's on the power prawn, right?
Yes, sir.
Power prawn junior.
Power prawn junior.
And I'm over here just messing around with bait fish, I guess.
Here, why don't you guys take the lead since.
Okay.
Okay.
So I rigged this guy with a little loop knot. Theoretically gives it just a little bit better action, but I'm gonna keep fishing this bait till it completely gets torn up because I think they're gonna keep chewing it. Yeah. You.
An active one, if nothing else.
Extra active.
Got the joke.
Another lady, pooping himself, going back.
And I realized I didn't like it when I was doing it every day. It was fun when I was doing it, you know, 2 or 3 days a week. Maybe. It's so busy.
Yeah, those were legendary back. Those are gold.
So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna get all these aerial photos of all these spots I like to fish, and see if, you know, kind of just get a feel for it. So I started making these. I always loved weight fishing. That's always been my passion.
Yeah.
So I started making these maps, and I called them waders guides. And so I started out making them. I live over near Honeymoon Island, Dunedin Causeway, in that area. So I did one for that area.
Okay.
I did one for Fort DeSoto. I did one other spots, and it was just a single sheet. One side was the aerial for wade fishermen or shore-bound anglers.
Yeah.
And I said, I think there's a market for it. And so I had, you know, I sent him a few of the articles I'd written. I sent him a couple of the waders guide. See, this has been part of the problem.
That was a good bite.
Normally, this is just a trout hot spot.
Well, we found our trout, the old 8-incher.
There's another one. There's another one here.
Oh yeah?
Okay.
I found my snook bait for the year. I'm gonna start using live trout. You know a snook.
Closer to the point here. That's where these really start showing up.
Yeah.
So that is my first spotted sea trout of the day. You gotta love the color of these fish. Just absolutely gorgeous. I'm not gonna try and handle them too much. They are a little bit on the fragiler side. There we go. Let's see. All right, now we're gonna catch the sea trout that want to eat that sea trout.
You know, I'll do whatever video every.
It's a good fish.
Oh yeah, that's definitely a good fish.
That wasn't a better trout there.
Definite trout action.
Right. New power pond?
Yeah, whatever the big one is, it's like a 4-inch.
Yep. Nice.
Yeah, that's from USA.
Yep.
Woo, calm down, bud. Oh, you're grunting at me. So sea trout are actually a member of the drum family, so they're kind of close. They're closer to a redfish than they are like a rainbow trout. Literally, so you guys can't hear him, but I can feel him with my hands right now. He's grunting and he's drumming. Beautiful little guy.
That means it's a male.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So only the males drum?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I didn't know that.
Now, are they a species that changes sex, like snook?
No.
Okay. It's a good hit. Oh, came off. Rubber hooks.
So the team over at Salt Strong has been really in the lab lately, and they're making a bunch of new lures. The Fred is what I've been using pretty regularly today, and it's been working great. You guys remember the normal Slam Shady, white paddle tail? Any white paddle tail is a great thing to have in your tackle box. I like something like this darker color and kind of a darker water. And I'm actually really excited to start fishing these. This right here, this power prawn, sorry. This is actually gonna be a really, really cool lure to fish jig heads in deeper water when a shrimp presentation needs to work really well. So if you guys wanna try out some new lures, I have some links in the description.
You got a trout?
Pretty hard. That's a nice trout, actually.
Really? Trout are in here, huh?
Boy, he just creamed that. Much more like a red.
Yeah, oh, that's the best trout of the day.
You got trout as well? Good job.
Now, I got a question for YouTube. Do you ever get bored of catching these trout?
Never.
Never?
Caught
probably thousands of them.
They're just so pretty. Big old yellow mouth.
That's sick.
They really
Choked
are.
it. I mean, that's probably what, like 17, 18 inch
Yeah,
fish?
probably.
Nothing to sneeze at all.
Beautiful.
Good to see that they're still here.
Yeah, no, and they haven't been, so it's nice to see them coming back. We'll get a nice little release on this guy. Oh, like you see.
A tree or what?
No,
is that?
no, you know what a whelk
No,
is?
I don't even know what a whelk
is like, here, let's see, So here's another egg sac for a whelk, like it's called a lightning whelk.
Yeah.
They look like the little conch shells.
Mm-hmm.
So each one of these little things has 40 or 50 little eggs in it.
Interesting.
But they look like the little, but that's...
So they're like in the sea sponge family?
So these you'll see all over. Yeah, it looks like it's, you know what a conch shell is?
Yeah.
But they're smaller versions of it, right?
So do they grow these shells or they find these?
Yeah,
shells?
no. Those. So what you see though are a lot of the hermit crabs, right? They take the dead shells, and that becomes their shell. But this is actually, so you can see the muscle inside there.
Yeah, he's hiding from us.
But that's what those egg.
How big will they come out when they're like? Are they like tiny, like the size of your thumbnail?
It's actually, it's not. I mean, it's not even like a crab. That's his foot.
Yep.
So he puts that in, and that's what. So
like any type of snail.
Well, no, not even like a snail. It doesn't have like antenna or anything like that. It's just the foot there.
So one of the big goals for today was to catch an inshore slam. That is a sea trout, a redfish, and a snook. So the first spot that we went to with Dave, we were trying to catch mainly sea trout because he had been in the area, and that was kind of like the primary thing that he had been finding in that first spot. Kind of deeper areas is what he likes to fish, with grass flats surrounded by sand. And he said that the trout tend to be in areas where the sand and grass transition, and the fish kind of hang out right on that transition, so in between the grass and the sandy areas. And we actually found that to be true in many cases.
So we just pulled up to spot number 2, knocked off trout off of our list for the day, got a bunch of ladyfish. Now we are moving into an area where we're trying to catch some redfish. I'm throwing the same bait. I'm throwing that pink Fred, which again, you guys can get for free down in the link in the description below. You just pay shipping. It's gonna cost you like $2 in shipping, but try these guys out. I already did a video with the Slam Shady, which is a white version of these baits, and the pink one's been working pretty good today. So if you guys are interested, check out that link. Let's see if we can slam a redfish real quick.
The next spot that we went to, Dave was trying to knock redfish off our list. He had been fishing in that area a couple times before this week, and he had found multiple redfish. This area didn't really seem to have a lot of grass or anything like that, but it did seem to have a lot of mullet moving around. We kind of stretched ourselves out a little bit to where one person was casting close, that was myself, casting towards the mangroves, fishing shallow. One person fishing kind of in the middle, and then one person fishing deep, that being Dave. That way we kind of broke up the area. All we really found was a bunch of mullet. So that spot with redfish ended up being a bust for the most part. That is until right at the end, I said I was gonna take one more cast, and this happened.
Well, we were literally just about to leave, and I popped this little snook. I'll give him a little bit of drag screaming action. Didn't even believe it. But there's our first snook of the day. Just an adorable little West Coast
Bam, that is our little snook for the day. First one, this was on the Gold Digger Salt Strong paddle tail. We're getting all the Salt Strong stuff today. But choked it, cute little guy. Take that all day long, we'll just take like 100 more. So, ready to go, bud?
Chances are there's some more of them there.
Oh! Nice. Beautiful. Last spring, there was a pretty big environmental disaster here in Tampa Bay. There's a place called the Piney Point Reservoir, and it is a giant reservoir full of kind of polluted water used from mining operations, and unfortunately, the holding area where that water was ended up leaking into Tampa Bay. This really exacerbated the already naturally occurring red tides and caused a massive fish kill. When we got over to our next spot, I looked around and thought this looked like the Piney Point area, and come to find out we were actually kind of close to where that happened. It was very interesting to see because there was tens of thousands of fish killed last summer, and it was very, very sad sight, and humans can have just such a terrible impact on the environment. But it was pretty crazy to see that even in this area, the fish have found a way to bounce back a little bit, There's still some seagrass, there's still some sea trout, and I just find it so encouraging that even when we as humans make horrible mistakes, nature's still able to find a way and bounce back a little bit. So super encouraging. This next spot, it was kind of a mix of grass and sand with a bunch of potholes and structure mixed in. Super, super cool, super, super pretty to see. Unlike any water that I've ever seen in Florida, with the exception of the Keys. So
it's been a sec since I got a bite. I think I got a nice little trout. We went on the OG Slam Shady, the old white, that white color matching this clearer water. Wow, that is a very, very spotted sea trout. Oh, double header. Cam on the fish.
Yeah, nice trout right here too.
Another one. We got our poisoned,
It's a good size one.
we got our Piney Point poisoned trout.
Oh, this is a good one.
That's not a bad one at all. Yours is definitely better than mine.
Yeah, he's probably about, I'd say 16 to 18.
Whoa! Mine's not happy. All right, dude. Okay. Yeah, I got it. I got it. I got it. Okay. That was what? That's on the Gold Digger? Heck yeah, that's cool, man.
Nice double up.
Double headers. Need pliers?
Yeah, look at this one, Dave. That's a good size one.
Yeah, that's a nice trout.
Definitely my biggest of the day.
You need pliers, Cam?
Let me see if I can pop it on. I'm just gonna show you right now. Yeah, I might need the pliers.
You got it. I'll just get real close like to you.
That I thought that catfish girlfriend video you did was gonna blow up.
I thought it was gonna get 1 million views. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, this is hilarious. And then I was like,
gonna
oh,
blow up.
this is Ryan's humor, where only five people actually think it's funny, and I think it's hilarious.
I thought it was funny.
My girlfriend was like, what? She's like, why are you talking about crazy ex-girlfriends? I'm like, 1 trout, 2 trout.
Yes, sir. Yeah, yours has a really interesting pattern.
Yeah, he was extra spotted.
Yeah.
Tiger trout. Well, and that's why this right here, because my pliers are just sitting straight in salt water, that's why you want aluminum pliers with you. Those aluminum Dankos, because my stainless steels would be rusting after this trip. You want to definitely rinse. I'm gonna definitely rinse those aluminum off, but.
Overall, just a heck of a day over here on the west coast of Florida. It's awesome to experience a fishery that you don't get to experience that often, and it's awesome to fish with new people that you never fished with before, because I don't know about you guys, but I always tend to learn something every single time I fish with someone new. Again, if you want to support this channel, support me, go ahead and check out the links in the description. They're going to give you a free pack of lures, and really all you got to do is pay for shipping. So it's just a great way to try something new and learn a little bit more. I need you guys to do me a huge favor. Check out this video right here, and I'm going to see you guys over there.